Hey guys, today I'm going to be going over something I think is kind of important for everyone to know, and that is different type of soil mixtures to use for like propagation, soil, seed starting, stuff like that. So this video is only going to be a part one. I have no idea when the other parts are coming out as I only have one tray committed to each different type of soil test. But so that's what I'm gonna do right now, and then if you want to know why what's going on in my life right now, you can stay tuned for after the test. So okay, just gonna jump right into it. I'll explain as we go. Alright, so here is what I did, and if you want to know or the steps I did to actually make this, just stay tuned for a few minutes. Okay, so as you guys can see, I took one type of plant and I divided it into two sections. You may notice that the section on this side is doing a lot better than the one on this side. I'm going to say that is because of pretty much, there are two different soil mixtures. And then the stuff in the middle is just a fail, but I'll get into that in a second. So anyways, what this side was mixed with is compost mixed with vermiculite, or not vermiculite, sand. I'm just using regular old play sand, and then I'll go over to how to clean that in my carnivorous plant series. But anyways, so I mixed part per part, means 1 cup of compost mixes with 1 cup of sand, and you just mix it around, and you get this really nice. It just feels kind of nice, like the texture-wise. And as you can see, or you can't really see, it just stays really moist. I've watered this like twice within an entire month, and it's still just damp. And as for this side, I just use compost mixed with a vermiculite. So that was actually a big question a lot of people have for different types of soil mixtures, is what's the difference between actual play sand and using vermiculite. And as you can see from my test, other people's might be different. The sand mixture does a lot better. So for what I did is I took a piece of spearmint. That's the actual plant that has been used, and let's see, it was about yay long. Because when I have it growing in my room, the vines just sprawl out everywhere, and I have to cut it back. But anyways. So as you may see, there are different types of nodes where each of the leaves are. You probably can't see. There you go, now you can see. Oh, the joy of camera angles. But anyways, so as you can see, there's a lot of nodes. And what you want to do, for what I did, if you want to get the most out of it, is you just make a cut right on this side of the node. And then you could take off the leaf, leave it, I really don't care. That's up to you. I tried to take it off for most. And then you just want to keep doing it to the left of the node. And then just by doing that, so you now just have the little, what's called a stick, the spearmint stick. And then you just place it right on top of the soil. You could choose to bury it if you want, however it really doesn't need to. And then wet it down. And then yeah, you just spray it over a bit and give it some light and time, it'll grow. So now I'm going to go over actually how to prepare one of these. Alright, so for what I did to make sure that everything gets nice and soaked in, is basically, what you're going to do is take one of these. This is just a giant, oh my gosh, what is it called? I don't remember the name, I'm sorry. But anyways, it's what people use to put pots in, and it's like a giant saucer, let's put it that way. So you take one of these, or however many you really need, and then on top of that, it also suggests getting a humidity dome. That keeps in a lot of the water and also keeps a lot of things out, so different insects and stuff. You really don't want that. One other thing I could suggest is if you actually have this seed starter, you could do it for that. I mean, if you're doing cuttings or seeds. Okay, but I'm not going to do it for this one. So basically, here you go. What you're going to want to do is take like paper towels or something. I'm still actually experimenting with that, so do whatever you like. Obviously, if you have the seedling cover or tray, you wouldn't do that. But anyways, take paper towels, line it across the bottom and up to the sides. After some time, they are going to decompose, or you might notice some like a fungus growth on it. So it may not actually be best to use that, but that is what I did. And if you noticed, like I pointed out, if right here on my old tray, the texture just seemed really weird, that was actually the top of a paper towel. But anyways, so now that everything's lined, you want to fill it with just your soil mix. If you're going to do it for testing, I suggest getting a small cup, like a party cup or something. Yeah, something like this will do. And then you just take a scoop, make sure you get it to about right here. This is about 2/3 of the way through. And then you could do it on the other side, but try to keep the middle as clear as possible. That way you know exactly which side is which, and you don't have any other factors going into your testing. However, if you're not testing, just fill it up the whole way, it doesn't matter. You want to fill it up about 1 to 2 inches. That's all really depends on you. If you want the seedlings or cuttings to stay in for a bit longer, you can add more dirt. If you just want to use it to get it started, then obviously do less dirt. So, and then, like I explained before, you take your cutting, you could dig small, like, divots in the holes. So I did rows of spearmint, as you really couldn't tell. But anyways, I have it to where each of these nodes would go along a path. So it was like that, and then over here I did the same thing. So it's like cornrows, sorry. But yeah, it's actually just really simple. And then once you have everything done, you can put a paper towel over everything. Make sure it all stays pretty moist or not, depending on what you want to do. Spray it all down with a water bottle, and that's it. Easy test, easy propagation system, easy way to really grow a lot of more free plants. So, that's that. Yeah, that's that. Alright, one thing I should really mention before I get into anything else. If you're going to do that system, make sure that your soil is sterile, whether it be fresh from a bag if you have to, or make sure you like rinse it thoroughly so that nothing's left in there. I unfortunately still had a few like fungus gnats in my bag of soil because I didn't think to spray it down. And so when I used it, that was just a giant breeding ground. As soon as I took off that lid, there were dozens just flying out. So that's the one thing I'm going to suggest, and the one thing you should really look out for. However, if you have carnivorous plants, you're kind of hoping for that. But I'll get into that later, again. So basically, if you don't want to know what's been going on for the last few weeks for me, you can go ahead and leave the video. However, if you want to know, then hear my story. So basically, the last video I made was on the 19th, I believe. Something happened. My birthday was on the 27th, so I had basically a 3-day party. Not really a party though, I mean I don't have like alcohol, stuff like that, it's just not me, it's not smart. I went up to a Japanese market up in Seattle where I got some of the best things in the world. Like number one, a giant can of melon soda. This isn't anything like the other one. This is like 10 times better. If you ever have, or go to a Japanese market, ever see this, be sure to get it. It's just melon soda getting cool by Sangria. But anyway, there's that. I also found some melon extract, or syrup, that I'm going to be using for who knows what, but I'm finally glad I found some. But anyways, so after birthday would be, I believe we had several concerts and band. And then it's just a lot of cleaning. I had to hurry up and get that online class, everything out of the way. I had to prepare for a conference. There was a conference because at my school we have a careers class and we have to pass that in order to graduate. Speaking of which, tomorrow's my last day of high school. That feels really good to say. Glad I made it, so that's another reason. I mean, this week was a lot of finals week. The previous week was a lot of preparing for finals week. But I pretty much aced all my finals. I think my lowest score was a 142 out of 150. So that's pretty much that. Let's see. today, I actually have a grandma coming in from Texas, and she's going to be staying for 6 weeks. So I'm not really going to have much access to my room. However, I can still make all the plant videos, and since tomorrow's my last day of high school, I will be making plenty of more videos for all those that are interested. What else? Oh, for the contest that I had, I'm not entirely sure what's going to happen with that now. I will definitely make an entire video just devoted to that, so I'm just saying I'm not going to announce a contest winner in this video, but please make sure you watch the next video or the video after that. I have a lot of ideas of what I need to do for you guys, and I will go into my future plans, how they're changing, and also several other things. So I guess I will keep you guys updated as much as I can. That's really about it. And then once again, I'll hopefully have more things coming up on my shop on Etsy. I'm first going to be starting with all that spearmint that you saw. Like when I showed you the nodes. So basically, when the nodes grow, the roots come out of these little segments. So what's been happening is, because it's so moist in there, each of the little segments on the leaf that's actually growing up is producing more roots. So each of those is a new plant in its own. So my guess is I have over, I'm going to say around 50 plants that I'm going to be selling. I'll also have a video dedicated to that, so please check that one out. Hope everyone's doing great. I'm really just glad to be back. And look out for new videos coming very soon. And then, like always, if you have any questions, comments, anything, just leave it in the comment section below, or also just PM me. I will be happy to answer. Alright, so once again, sorry I've been gone for a while. I'm back, so it feels good to say. Anyways, see you guys next time.